Light. It has sustained all living matter on the planet since the very beginning of time. Thousands of generations of humans have thrived through a close bond with the sun. In modern times, science has managed to harness the power of light for so much more than our forefathers. Red light therapy in the 1990s was used by scientists to help grow plants in space. The scientists found that low-level, intense light from red light-emitting diodes helped promote the growth and photosynthesis of plant cells. Needless to say, since then, the life-sustaining potential from red light therapy transferred over into the realms of human medicine, where extensive research continues for many therapies to this day. Red light therapy is most commonly used for the skin. Red light machines are nearly always found in clinics and estheticians to treat the more problematic skin issues, and more increasingly as a powerful tool for anti-aging. It is commonly accepted amongst industry experts that topical applications, whilst they have their place, will only go so far in achieving real anti-aging results. Dramatic results come where there is penetration far below the skin's surface, roughly 5 millimeters below. And this is where the light from red light therapy is most beneficial. How does it work? Red light therapy is different from laser or intense pulsed light therapies because it doesn't cause damage to the skin surface. Red light therapy bypasses this harsh step by directly stimulating the underlying levels of skin, approximately 5 millimeters below the skin surface. Here, regular exposure to red light therapy may assist with improving the overall complexion, improving the appearance of sun damage, assist in building the appearance of collagen and elastin fibers, diminishing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, diminishing the appearance of scarring. It's not surprising that this minimally invasive skin treatment, suitable for all skin types, is fast becoming one of the most requested treatments in the more advanced salons and clinics globally. Sadly, it is costly. The average price is $50 to $60 for a 40-minute treatment. Results require regular and ongoing exposure to red light, making it unobtainable for most. But now, there is really good news, thanks to Trophy Skin.
Welcome to the RejuvaliteMD Trophy Skin's award-winning and most powerful at-home red light therapy. It is the closest thing that you can find to get those, as far as those big clinic machines go. But they cost tens of thousands of dollars. Now, the creator, Imran Karim, he's from Dallas in Texas with the most incredible clinics, but he believes he is the world's leader when it comes to at-home beauty devices. And in fact, his tagline is, Trophy Skin brings the dermatologist into your home. Now, gone are the days of the handheld devices. You have to hold them up onto the various areas that you want to treat. This professional device is exactly like going into the clinic, lying down under the lights, having that relaxation moment. But this is a 5-minute treatment where you will get maximum results. Now, the Rejuvalite MD has high-power medical-grade LEDs. And what they do is they show your skin the light. They push the energy deep into the skin to assist in reversing the signs of aging by using the energy from 4 different wavelengths of light to promote the appearance of collagen stimulation, elastin, and skin renewal in just 5 minutes per session. Now, we've all got 5 minutes, don't we, in a week that we can treat ourselves and our skins to look our very best. Now, the great thing is that you only need to pay once for this machine. You don't have to keep going back for appointments and the time that takes from you as well. This is a once-off purchase that is going to work time and time and time, and you will see those results just keep on growing. So that said, I'd love to give you the details so that you can get one of these home because you don't want to miss out. 300532. This is it, the Rejuvalite MD from Trophy Skin, plus your free marine collagen serum. That's valued at $69.95. and that is free with your Rejuvalite MD. Now, you've got 4 payments of Afterpay that you can use, $74.75. We have got free delivery, and of course you have your 30-day money-back guarantee. If it is your first purchase here with us at Openshop, there is a 10% discount that you can enjoy as well on your very first purchase, knowing that you are going to just use it time and time again. But to take us through the Trophy Skin story, I've got an incredible team joining me here this morning. I welcome beautiful Claire from Trophy Skin. Lovely to see you. Got gorgeous Janine. We've got the lovely Kelly here as well. Suzanne is over on the bed. She's already having a lovely treatment, relaxing and enjoying the moment right there, and we'll have a chat with her a little bit later. We've also got the one and only Zach. He is going to join on because red light therapy plays a huge role in his day-to-day life. And so he's going to come and actually share with us what that means for him and, of course, what it could mean for you. So very, very excited to have Jack join us in just a little while. But Claire, we know Trophy Skin worldwide. It's renowned for bringing the dermatologist into our homes. Yes. But this time, this is like Trophy Skin just went the whole next step further. Tell us about Trophy Skin and why they brought the red light to market.
Well, Trophy Skin began in a salon in Texas. Imran Karim ran the salon there, and he found that the most common things that were asked for were red light, microdermabrasion and ultrasonic. So what he wanted to do was to bring something into the home that people could use every day safely and effectively, but that was of the same quality that you get in a salon. And so that's what he set out to do. And that's why I think we've kind of become this worldwide renowned brand for what we do, because he has achieved that in everything that he brings in. And with the red light therapy, it changes the game because we're working from the inside out.
Yes. And that's really when you're thinking about the skin and you're thinking about skincare. We love great skincare products, but let's be honest, it can only go so far. So yes, you can get results with great skincare, but this is clinically proven by NASA to work. So it's not like we're saying, oh, you know, try it at home, get it home, have a go and see how it goes. It is proven by NASA. So that technology, that's the key, that it's proven, because then you know that you can get the results. So have a little look at what your Rejuvalite is able to do on the skin, because it is a medical grade. Those 4 wavelengths of the LED panel. So it's not just red, and we'll talk through the 4 different leads because it's amber, red, yellow, and the infrared, and that's really where the difference comes in. So the strong infrared, 25% of the LEDs are that infrared. So if you get this home and you think they're not working, it's actually because it's not visible to the naked eye, so you can't see it. So, you don't want you to think that, but that is actually the most powerful of all of them, that is going to bring that treatment down to the deeper levels of the skin. Now, it's also going to reduce the appearance of wrinkles. It's going to improve the radiance on your skin. It's going to enhance the elasticity and the firmness on the skin. And I have to say, one of the biggest things I think so many of us will see is that it can stimulate the collagen production as well. So when you put all of those things together, I think this is really key to think about. So many different types of aging. It could be the sunspots, the fine lines and wrinkles, the skin texture, the sagging, the lack of firmness in the skin. This is an all-rounder. And you might buy it for just one of those reasons. Maybe it is just the fine lines and reasons. But when we talk about all of these different issues, so the fine lines and wrinkles, the age spots and sun damage, the rough and uneven skin tone, if you're finding nothing can improve that, I want you to think about RejuvaliteMD, assisting in the appearance of skin firmness, helping promote that collagen production, and of course helping to improve the improvement of the skin's feeling and overall complexion. So this is why I say that when we talk about aging and the skin changing, it could be quite a few of those different things. It could be just 1 or 2. You will know, because you look in the mirror, you see yourself every day, you know what bothers you. This is where we are talking about changing the game when it comes to what you're doing. Now, I want to invite my lovely friend Zach in to our hour. Hello, sir.
Hello, Helen. Hello, ladies.
So handsome.
Hello, guys at home.
It's so great to have you here.
Thanks
because
for having me.
red light. So I walk past your dressing room, your office, I'll call it his office, on a regular basis. And whenever I walk past and I go, hi, Zach, and it could be like every 5 minutes, you turn around and you are wearing
I've got these glasses. Yes.
What is this all about?
When the producer, Michael, asked me to share about these, I was like, yeah, absolutely, I would love to share it. But it's so fundamental. Light is nature, right? It is one of the fundamental sources of energy for the planet. If we don't have light from the sun, plants, trees, animals, everything dies. So fundamentally, light is really important. But on the opposite side of light is darkness. Like, we're beings of darkness. Like, having a room at nighttime to sleep in that is completely pitch black is so important. So we need the light, but we also need the darkness. So what happens is that in the dark, at nighttime, if we use our phones or laptops or computers and stuff like that at night, it tricks our brain to think it's daytime when it should be at night, sleeping and resting. So these glasses actually block out that blue light. Right. So I sleep better at nighttime and feel more rejuvenated the next day.
So that, I mean, you're talking about maybe using those screens and having that effect at night time, but during the day, it's the same thing, because I'm seeing you in the middle of the day with your
Just because we're under so many lights here, yeah. And light impacts us so dramatically.
Amazing.
And the red light is a part of the light spectrum that has so many benefits for the body, obviously skin, rejuvenation, repair. And we've got a few graphics to show you in a minute, but really here you've got, this is just the spectrum of light. This is one of the most interesting graphics. So you've got here, this is the light spectrum, and the visible light spectrum, you've got the blue light, you've got the middle, like, you know, yellow, and then orange and over to red. This is only 1% of light that we can see. All these other rays of light, this is all light like X-rays, you can't see them, but they're examples of light, and some light is damaging and some light is really healing. And so the healing parts is about getting a whole spectrum, like whole food.
Yeah, right.
We want to have whole light.
Well, because that's balance, right, isn't it? Is when you've got the whole thing. So I guess we're talking about, you know, we know about the blue light and all of that at the moment, what it does for us. But these are what are we seeing here? Because we're talking about the skin now. Yeah, so you got to imagine that the sun releases red light, right? Which is what this device is all about. And as the red light penetrates the skin, it impacts these things called fibroblasts. Now, fibroblasts create fiber. Okay, they're fiber creators. They create the elastin. They create the collagen. It's so important. So the more red light we get, the stronger these fibroblasts are. And on the next graphic, you guys are going to see that as the infrared light comes in, on the next graphic, if you guys can flick that across, you've got the IR light, which is infrared light, and then on the right side, you've got these fibroblasts, and they actually attract to the light. So it's like a dog to a bone. The bone is the light, you know, and they're just like wanting to eat it, and they expand, they get healthier, there's more energy for them. Because
this is all from red light.
I mean, just from my long studies
ago. And here it is again, and it's grabbing one and it's going over to the other one as well. So it's very smart, very intelligent, and it goes through, and when we're getting that red light right now, wherever you put it on your body, it's regenerating collagen, elastin, smoothing out wrinkles and lines and things like that.
Well, and what you just said before is that that's kind of where it all begins. If you've got that healthy fibroblast, and this is what I learned when I studied the skin years ago, that's where those processes all lead from. So what you're saying is that using the red light to benefit the skin, that's the process, and then it allows the skin to rejuvenate, to look smoother, less fine lines and wrinkles, that collagen production as well.
That's it.
Look, that said, Yeah,
and so with that, the light goes into the skin and it goes deep into the cells, into what's called our mitochondria, and it stimulates what's called ATP, which is energy, okay? With more energy, we have more chance to rejuvenate the cells. So here we have the red light coming in, going into the cells, whether it's deep into the skin, and the red light turns on, and then that's the energy between the red and the fibroblast. The more energy that the fibroblast has, the healthier, more regenerated the skin looks. So, you know, it's all about getting back to nature. The further we go away from nature, the more unhealthy we get. The closer we get back to nature, the healthier we get. And it's all about regeneration.
Well, and then we talk about Trophy MD as well. One of the keys here that sets it apart in such a huge way is its science. And so we actually have the proof. We have the way to see that that works. I loved right at the beginning of the hour, we were talking about light, and they were talking about how the red light was used in space to grow food.
Wow.
And I mean, you talk about going back to nature, like this is the key, right, is giving your skin what it needs. The scientific evidence that red light has these benefits that we can all appreciate. Thank you.
Oh, no worries.
Can I
Anytime.
ask you to come back a little bit later in
Would
the
love
show to share some more, because it's fascinating.
And look, I've been using this at home, and my friends have been going, "What is this silly red light you've been doing? What is this?"
Thinking you just got some fancy glasses
some fancy
on.
thing, and I'm saying to them, like, skin creams are important. I get it, but this is way more important. This is about going on the inside and rejuvenating that skin inside out.
And of course, it all shows, doesn't it? It all shows. So thank you.
Cool. See you soon.
His brain, isn't he? Isn't that amazing? And this is the thing, is the proven technology is it sets RejuvaliteMD so far apart and ahead of so much. But Claire, when we talk about red light, I guess one of the questions people have is it safe?
It's 100% safe. I think people confuse UV light with red light, and our devices have no UV light at all. So you're not going to get a tan. It's not going to do anything like that. But we do have those 4 colours, and we have that because each of those goes to a different level in the skin. So the infrared goes the deepest, which is what Zach was saying, and then the red, the yellow and the amber. So they're targeting different things in the skin as they go into the skin, and they're rejuvenating each in a different way.
So that's then when we were looking at all of those different results that you could imagine to see on the skin, from the age spots to the collagen production. I know you're very excited about that, Kel.
We're all very excited.
All of those different things, and we'll get to you in a moment. But Claire, I guess that's why it's so important to have those different wavelengths, the 4 different types.
It is, absolutely, because then in that 1 5-minute treatment, you're targeting all of those areas. You're not having to do multiple treatments.
Yes.
You've got it all going on in that 1 5-minute treatment, and being on a timer, you don't even have to think about it, which is what I like. Don't think about it.
And of course, what you're seeing on your skin here is the variation of the levels in the skin, so the different parts of the skin. So then you've got the amber light, the red light, the yellow light, and then you've got the infrared as well. And so, that's just a great depiction of how they go really deeply down. And as Zach was talking about, getting all the way down to that fibroblast, being able to stimulate that so that then it will do what it needs to do. Like whether it's the age spots, the pigmentation, because they do sit at those different levels, the issues.
They do sit at different levels, and collagen production decreases as we get older. I mean, that's just what happens, and it starts decreasing at a very young age, which is kind of frightening. And by the time we're noticing it, we're already dropped a hell of a lot of production.
Yeah, we're already on the back foot,
aren't we?
We're
already on the back foot. So when people say to me, do I need to be specific age or anything to use this? I say, no, actually, if you start using it when you're young, you're going to be ahead of the game. It's going to make a big change.
And all you need is 5 minutes, really. So, and this is a great before and after to begin with. The difference in the pigmentation, particularly on the cheek on the left-hand side of your screen, it's gone. The texture of her skin, I mean, this is remarkable. Just that nasolabial, that line from the fold almost from the side of the nose down to beside the mouth, that is plumped out. The redness has calmed down. It just looks like she's had a great treatment. Wow, Claire.
That's what we go for, because don't we associate that beautiful texture with youth? We
Yes.
just do.
Yep.
And so being able to change the texture of your skin is not really been something we've been able to achieve with creams or with anything else, unless we kind of go into this sort of thing and we do it in salons. And what we want to do is to be able to do it at home at an affordable price. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, here,
fine lines and wrinkles. Yeah.
Again, the nasolabials, the fine lines and the wrinkles around the eyes. Look at between her eyebrows, just at the top of her nose. Look at how and that's the kind of line that a lot of people will go and have some sort of different treatment for it, because I do that. I'm a squinter. And so those lines set in. But people think that I'm cranky, and I'm not a cranky person at all. So this is where you sort of start to change the way you're looking at your skin. So Miss Kelly, you love this light. So can you share your journey? Because I know it has been a journey for you.
massive game changer, probably one of my most favourite devices. I use all of the Trophy Skin products, but this is probably my favourite. And to me, I think I kind of have to tell the skin story of my life, and I'll give you the quick version, Helen.
Okay, no problem.
Well, in your 20s, you look in the mirror and you've got a fabulous collagen-filled plump face, so I wouldn't even bother with, a lot of the days I wouldn't bother cleaning, and sometimes I wouldn't even bother moisturising. In fact, I remember liking the taut, tight feeling on my skin. In my 30s, all of that negligence started showing on my face. So in my early 30s, I decided, probably need to start using a little bit of skincare.
Yes.
And I did. By my late 30s, I realised that I needed to use more intense skincare because what I was using in my early 30s was no longer doing the trick. So I started paying a little bit more for my skincare and adding in the serums, adding in a bit more exfoliation. And then I hit 40. Nothing I could buy and put on my skin worked. And so that's when I realised that I had to start taking, science, start going a little bit more scientific and going a little bit deeper. And I saw this product and I bought this product at a similar time that I bought the microdermabrasion machine.
Right.
And I've used them both together and I have had the most amazing results, and I've been insanely happy with my skin. I get compliments all the time. I hardly ever need to wear makeup. And I know it's working because I know it's working because I used to have a fabulous vitamin cream that I was no longer able to get anymore. And I loved this vitamin cream from years ago because it would make my skin beautifully luminous and plump. And I just had a clarity and a freshness to my skin. And I loved this cream. Couldn't get it anymore. I noticed that when I started using this product, this actually did the same thing as what that retinol vitamin cream actually did. Yes. So I don't even have to buy the expensive cream. I've already paid for this. I'm not paying $100 a month for this fabulous cream because this is doing the same. And combination with microdermabrasion, absolutely unbeatable.
Well, and the key is also, I mean, we all love our creams, we love our serums, we love that, but there's a point where your skin kind of plateaus, right? So, and I love that because we've kind of all had those journeys with our skins as we do age, but realistically what it is going deeper into the skin. In fact, it's about 5 millimeters, Claire, isn't it, that it actually can travel down into the skin, and that's the workhorse. That's where you want the results to begin.
That's exactly right, because you really need it to work from the inside out. And as you get older, as Kelly said, when the collagen production is slowing down and you're really struggling, that's when you need to take it to another level, and you need to find a way to stimulate that collagen. Creams and things only go so far. They don't penetrate so far. So you need to do something underneath. And when this was discovered, as Kelly said, it's a complete game changer.
Well, and I just want to go back to what Zach had said before, because my beauty therapy hat is kind of racing, and it all, we talk about, we use the word stimulating, we use the word this, you need that energy center firing, and that's what that red light does. It gets right down there, and once it's firing, all those other processes can happen. Now, the other thing that you may have noticed with Kel is she's not even treating her face right now as we're talking about it. You're actually treating your décolletage, which again is a really tricky area for so many of us women.
It is, and particularly here in this country, because obviously, we're always getting the sun. We like to wear scoop necks and things like that, and so you're getting it whether you sort of realise it or not. And if you can't, you need to be able to treat all the areas. I mean, everyone thinks it'd be lovely to have a fabulous face, but if you look really old from here down, you don't want, that's not what you want.
But that's the truth, right? And that's what happens.
Exactly, and it's your hands and other areas, so you can treat any area, which is the thing that, again, sets it apart, because you don't have to hold it and try and figure out a way to move into an area and...
Well, for me, I just look at Janine there with her hands in front of her. You talk about handhold generally. If you've ever tried something like that, you're doing a treatment and then it's double time because you have to do the other side. So I think this is what's so clever about this this technology. The other thing that is really interesting with the using this Rejuvalite is scarring, and of course. I remember a while ago, the beautiful Nikki V, she was, unfortunately, she had an accident and had some unbelievable scarring on her face. And look, let's face it, the face is the money shot right there, right? And this is what she used to actually help to repair and rejuvenate that.
And so, the doctor recommended her. Remember, the doctor told her to do it.
Absolutely. Do you know what? I was actually at the doctor's with her when that happened, and They said it's all about red light therapy, but the reality is that if you're like me and you've got that beauty clinic down the road and you go, oh yes, and you see how expensive it is because you need to have multiple treatments. This is basically maybe 2 treatments, but you could use it so much more regularly. Now, the suggestion is actually only to use it about twice a week, but when you first get it, Claire, is it right that it's every day for about 6 weeks?
Yeah, the recommended is to get the best results as quickly as possible. You want to use it every day for 6 weeks because it takes about 6 weeks for those underlying cells to make their way up to the surface. So that's why it takes that long for you to really see the results. And people will start to comment within about 3 or 4. But you're really looking at about 6 weeks. And we always say to people, take a photo before and after because you're looking at yourself all the time and you don't see the changes.
Yes.
But do that every day for 6 weeks. And then after that, twice a week.
And Emma, it's got a timer, right? Doesn't it? So you actually just have to sit, maybe you put it on your bedside table and you can lie down on your bed and have some 5 minutes of me time. That'd be glorious. I'd love to say to the kids, Mummy's having lights, Mummy's having light, go away. That'd be
red
glorious.
light, don't enter.
Yeah. That's another show. But it actually will switch off as well, right?
It does, and the reason they did that is you only really need the 5 minutes, but if you did more, it's not going to hurt, but people were falling asleep.
Yeah.
Because it's so relaxing.
Amazing.
And if you know, when you've got the goggles on, as Janine's doing now, because you do need the goggles when you're doing your face area.
Yes.
So it's got the goggles on, you know, you just drift off.
Well, Janine, I know you've just popped your goggles on, but can I talk to you while you've got those on? I'd love to talk about your experience. What do you love about Rejuvalite?
Well, it's just so easy to use and it's very relaxing, I'm not going to lie. I was just having a little moment then. I love doing it everywhere, on my hands and on my chest. You know, you can watch telly while you're doing it and relax. But the thing that I love mostly about it is that you don't have to drive to the salon to get the treatment done. And as you said, it's usually a course of treatments, which I've been through myself. And it's usually 6 to 8 treatments. It's not cheap.
Yes.
It's probably about $100 a treatment or thereabouts. But you have to go regularly.
Keep going, don't you?
You can't just go once a month or, you know, have one and then go 6 weeks later. You have to do them like in a series in a consecutive period of time. And I just don't have time to do that.
Yes.
You know, like yourself and like all of us, we're mums. We don't have time to go to a salon once a week, you know, every 3 days to get the treatment done. So it's great just to be able to do it in the comfort of your own home.
If you think about it like that, Janine, you know, 5 minutes in the comfort of your own home. So for the first 6 weeks, each day, you add those 5 minutes up, that's your time of trying to get to the salon, hope they're running on time, have that appointment, be thinking about everything else that you should be doing, whereas this is just 5 minutes a day. And one suggestion is that take that before shot. Stand there. If you can't do it yourself, get somebody to do it. But you've got 30 days to trial it. And then mark it in your calendar. Put a reminder in your phone. 25 days and 30 days. Take a look at the next photograph. Take that photo, see the results. Because, you know, people might be saying, what have you done? Have you changed your makeup? Because what you find with red light therapy is there's a cumulative result, which is why you're expected to go to the salon or the clinic time and time again. And of course, because you're only going once every maybe couple of weeks or once every 3 or 4 weeks, it takes longer. But the more that you use this, the better results get. But I think for most of us, it is completely out of reach, affordability-wise, to try and do that in a clinic. And so you've got the opportunity here. Remember, we do have free delivery with our 30 days and we do have Afterpay as well, so that you can take advantage of that and actually get it at home and try it out. Give it the time. But proven technology from NASA and also clinically proven. 91% of people saw an improvement in their wrinkles and abnormal pigmentation. 81% of study participants no longer describe their skin as aged or leathery. 89% of people no longer describe their skin as inflamed, red or sensitive, and 77% of study participants would recommend the device to family and friends. Now, the people that were involved in this this trial were between 46 and 55. So we're not talking about our young, sprightly 20-year-olds with their beautiful skins, as Kelly spoke about that journey. It's real women. It's you, it's me, and it's seeing the results. And so that's what this is. So I'd love to give you a moment to order yours. I'm going to hand you over to a lovely lady that trialled Rejuvalite, and then you can see what she thinks about it.
Girl, I've been keeping a major skin secret from you. All summer long, I have been using LED light therapy on my face. My journey to healthy skin since chemotherapy has been really tough and really long. So throughout the summer, I do this treatment for 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and it's an LED light treatment from Trophy Skin. And they messaged me and they were like, look, it boosts collagen in your skin, it fades sunspots, and it like just gives you an all over glow and more youthful appearance because it like boosts elasticity and collagen production in your skin. I'm like, that sounds freaking awesome, but honestly, like I'm a little bit skeptical of like, how can a light do this? So like, stay with me because I know you're thinking like, yeah, right, girl, the freaking light is gonna do all that. But I am showing you, here is some footage from 2 months ago at the beginning of summertime, and then this is me now. I don't have any makeup on my face, and to be honest, like most days I don't wear makeup, and it feels great because now my skin is nice and it can breathe. So side-by-side footage of my results so you can actually see this is real, it works. I thought that I should share this with you, and girl, I want to tell you that a healthy diet is a huge part of having really nice skin. Staying hydrated and eating a really good, well-balanced diet is huge, as well as taking your skincare routine seriously. You can't just, you know, wash your face and smear lotion on your skin and think it's gonna look awesome. So you need to be taking care of yourself all the way around. I'm gonna show you how I use this thing. I'm putting the link below for you. So if you wanna try this yourself, I'm telling you, girl, it works. I did it. You can see my skin looks awesome now. Okay, so this is actually where I sit to do the treatment. That way I can listen to my relaxing music and sit in my little Victorian bench. I've seen people do it like when they lay in bed, or you could put this on your vanity or a dresser and you could stand in front of it. But I like to sit, that way I can just chill out. And then always, always, always wear your goggles. And it's pretty bright, even though it doesn't look like it to the bare eye, but it can be damaging. So wear the goggles. And then there's just a little start button at the base of the unit here. So I just click it on, and it has a self timer on it. So it'll automatically turn off in 5 minutes. You really don't even know it's on except for the light. You can kind of see a little bit of a glow through the goggles. So I'm just gonna relax for my 5 minutes.
I can't even believe how her skin has improved. That is, I mean, I was looking at the skin before, and I was thinking, when she was talking, I was thinking, gee, what a beautiful woman, how lovely and bright her skin looks. But you see that before shot, you realize what that journey looks like. You realize what, you know, and what that must feel like. As somebody, some of you girls don't know this about me yet, but you'll find out over time. If I took my makeup off, I've got the most incredible pigmentation that is, you know, my producer just said I should be using the red light. If I want to do an out-of-box experience for you, but you actually just said to me you were doing some filming.
I was
recently. Yeah. Can you quickly share this with us?
I was doing some filming about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and one of the girls who was on set was 19. Which is lovely.
Lovely.
And we turned up, and I was waiting to go into hair and makeup, and she came up to me and she goes, "Oh, did you get here early? Have you already been to hair and makeup?" And I went, "No, I haven't brushed my hair and I have no makeup on, nothing." And she went, "I hate you. I just hate you."
Just because your skin looked so beautiful.
She thought I'd been in and done hair, and we were talking professional makeup artists and hairdressers.
Yeah, wow.
So I was quite shocked. I walked around for the rest of the day like, oh, that's good.
I bet you walked around for the next 2 weeks feeling a little bit great.
Actually.
But, you know, and that's really the experience. I guess it is, you are able to have that. So when you get yours home, what do we need to do to set up? How do we start using it? What do we need to do?
So easy. It'll come in the 3 pieces. So you have your base piece, your gooseneck, and your light on the top.
Okay, perfect.
So you screw the gooseneck in, so it just screws right in. It's really quite easy. Make sure you do it tightly though, because otherwise the light won't come on. And this, if I'm just going to turn this away here, we can see here we have 2 little clips.
All right.
And that just squeeze and clips on and clips off.
Brilliant.
And the light's done. So then we're in, and then it just simply plugs in. There's one plug straight in the back into the wall, and you're done. That's your setup. And you can leave it like that.
And can we just turn this? Just to show everybody the lights, because remember that one of the lights you cannot see, it's not visible to the eye, so you can just see it there. It's the 4th row.
Yeah.
On each of the panels that you can't see it.
That's right.
Could you just point,
so
thank you, my love.
we're looking here. We're looking at these ones here.
Yes.
So
they look like they don't work.
They look like they're off, but they are the infrared, so they're actually invisible to the naked eye. So each of those on each panel. So you've got 3 rows of lights that look like they won't come on. They are working.
And of course, if you've just tuned in, the 4 different lines of lights there, they all treat different problems in the skin at different levels of the skin. And if you've ever spoken about skincare or spoken to anyone about skincare or listened to one of the skincare shows here, you'll understand that we need the variation to treat different things at different levels.
And we need it to go to different levels because the different colours affect different things. So, you know, you were talking about pigmentation. What we say to people is what you may find when you start using it is that the pigmentation may appear to actually get a little bit worse.
Yes. Because
what's happening is it's pushing those dead skin cells up and out.
Yes.
And it will take about 5 or 6 weeks, and then that will begin to diminish and disappear.
So when I'm actually doing my treatment at home, do I need to have any serums on my skin? No. Or what sort of preparation do I need to do there?
Very important. She's missing out on her treatment there. She's trying to get more of a treatment. Did you see that? Very important that what you have is absolutely clean skin.
Right.
So you want to cleanse really, really well. If you have a microdermabrasion machine, it's a good idea to do it beforehand. If you're using it every day for the first 6 weeks, obviously don't microderm every day, but a couple of times a week. And also your label beforehand to make sure that the skin is very clean, because you want it to penetrate right in and through. Once you're done, then you can do your serums. So what we've done in the studio is actually just turn the lights down to show you the brightness of the light, because this is the key to its effectiveness. Exactly.
And you're seeing it here with Miss Suzanne. She's actually treating her décolletage, so that's just the bounce up of the light. Of course, if you have it on your face, you want to use your little eye goggles, you want to make sure that you can protect. But right now, what's happening is that light is moving in and starting to treat. And for anybody who's got pre-existing scarring, you might have, you know, like when you've got stretch marks and things like that. And that's the thing, is scarring comes in all sorts of different forms as well.
100%.
But this works so well on the scarring.
That's right, it does. It does, because it's creating an environment where the collagen begins to act the way it did when it was much younger. And what we try and do for ourselves in everything we do, don't we? Ladies, gentlemen, let's face it, we don't want to be 20 again, we just want to look maybe 30 again.
Yes, I'm with you. I don't want to be 20 again, but I'd be happy to be 30.
If I could look 30 again for, I don't know, till the next 50 years or so, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to hang on to as much as we possibly can. And also it's the health of the skin, because it's keeping it really healthy as well. And that's very important.
Now, on your screen, you can see your Marine Collagen Mineral Gel. This is valued at nearly $70. It is free today with your Rejuvalite. Now, could we use that after our treatment?
Absolutely. Put it on after your treatment and it'll enhance your treatment even more.
So remembering, and very important, that when you are doing your Rejuvalite, you're going to have cleansed, dry skin, no makeup, no moisturiser, no serum. You don't need that. The light is going to go into that clean skin, penetrate, do what it needs to do, and then you go ahead and, as you said, really then boost it again afterwards. Suzanne, I would love to ask you a little bit about red light as well, because I know that you're fairly new in this world of red light. But I guess my first question is why were you interested in red light therapy for your skin?
Well, I think growing up in Australia, as we've all talked about, we all know that there's definitely damage there. And so I'm always looking for new things to try. But this time of year particularly, it was a case of going out a lot. The first place it shows in the morning is on your skin.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah. And I thought, look, face masks and so on, which I used to use, are just so messy and time consuming. And this is just, apart from being incredibly relaxing and no fuss, it just was, I guess, an alternative to that. And I found it, those mornings when I get up now, doing this, it just gives me a boost. It gives my skin a boost.
Well, and that's what we're all looking for, really, isn't it? Is to have that boost. And if you want to change your skin, if you seriously want to see the change in skin, we're not talking about fluff and puff here. We're not talking about a cream. We're not talking about a serum. We're talking about what creams and general skincare cannot achieve for you. It is literally taking your skincare to the next level, and it is proven by NASA to bring the results. It is clinically proven, scientifically proven, and you know what? We've got enough reviews to share with you. Salons and clinics worldwide. This is becoming, I think, the second biggest requested treatment in clinics every day, all day, around the world, because it works. But the difference is with RejuvaliteMD, you can get the results in your home and wow everyone. 30 days to trial it, so there's no risk for you. Remember, you get your free gift of that beautiful marine collagen gel as well. So nothing to lose except the age spots, the fine lines and wrinkles. To get some collagen back, that'd be great. If you're looking at an aged skin, I'd love you to try it out. And whilst you order yours, have a little listen about this lady's Rejuvalite experience.
This is the RejuvaliteMD, and I have to say this is pretty amazing. It is red light therapy, and a lot of times you see this at spas. They're starting to do it at tanning salons because they know they're doing damage to your skin by having you sit in a tanning bed, so they think, why not do some anti-aging with the red light therapy so that we can kind of counteract some of the damage? Well, now you can do this at home. You don't have to sit under the light, and the light is going to come down, and you're going to put it about 4 inches from your face, and you're just going to relax. It's the 5-minute session, and the cool thing is it turns off by itself after the 5 minutes is over. And then of course you can push the button again and it will come back on, and you can do another 5-minute session or do 2 5-minute sessions, whatever your heart desires. And as you can see, this is just me relaxing and using the light, and I fall asleep when the light goes off. I sleep for about 10 minutes. It was that relaxing. That was fun. It was super relaxing. I felt warm in a couple spots, but it was very relaxing. I'm really looking forward to continuing to do this and see what happens in the next couple weeks.
It really, what it is time for you to make a difference, to experience what incredible skincare can be, because that is what RejuvaliteMD is. There's no other opportunity. There is nothing better that you can expect. No more handheld devices, no more relying on creams and serums and exfoliators to make it work. 5 minutes a day for the first 6 weeks to make this work for you, and you can do it in the comfort of your home. Absolutely incredible. If you have just joined in, welcome to Openshop and RejuvaliteMD. Absolutely incredible phenomenon in home skin treatments. Miss Claire, what is it about Rejuvalite and this light therapy that people are loving?
Well, I think it's because it works, and these days finding something that actually works is a challenge.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of things out there that advertise that they're going to do the job. What we know about red light therapy, of course, is because it was tested by NASA. It came from NASA, and we know that light penetrates the different levels of the skin, as we can see here, and that every colour of light does a different thing and penetrates to a different level. And so what we've learned through NASA and through all the studies is that it is affecting the way the collagen reacts and it makes it behave in a younger way. So we are getting the younger skin without anything invasive, without anything that's really time consuming, and to have that beautiful skin back again in a really easy way, in a professional way, like a salon at home. People are loving it. That's what everyone wants. They want it quick, simple, but it's got to work.
Well, and of course, you know, it might be just one sign of aging that you want to treat. It could be the age spots. It could be the sun spots that you have. It might be the fine lines and wrinkles. It could be that you want help with the rough and uneven skin because it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's not becoming smoother and softer. Assisting in the appearance of skin firmness, help to promote that collagen production, and of course the overall feeling of the skin. If it's a few of those things or just one or two of those, maybe it's just one thing, this is the answer. Now, some questions are coming through, Claire.
Great.
The first one is from Sue, and she would like to know, she's wondering if the Rejuvalite can be used on sensitive skin that has rosacea. Would it be beneficial for her skin conditions?
Yes, it can be used on sensitive skin. It's 100% safe on all skin types because it's non-invasive and it's just the light. And the same way as you go outside. But don't worry because it has no UV in it at all. You're not going to get tanned. It doesn't burn you. The light is designed to help and improve the skin.
With that in mind, how far away do I need to have the Rejuvalite from, say, my face, for example?
We say generally about 5 to 6 inches is the maximum. You don't want to be any further than that. So, you know, we're talking sort of here.
Right.
As you'll get the most effect.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Do you know what? I'm going to share a couple of reviews for you because nothing but 5-star time and time and time again. Absolutely huge in America, remembering that the creator, the technology came out of Dallas, Texas. Imran Khan, Karim, excuse me, his Medispa, and he decided to bring the dermatologist to your home. So some of the typical comments, I've just used the RejuvaliteMD for 3 days. Going twice a day treatment, I can already see my forehead lines getting softer, large pores on my nose getting smaller, and the skin below my eyes tightening. I can't wait to see more improvements on my skin. Another one says, so 1 month in, overall evenness, toned skin and dark age spots slowly fading. Can tell face is firmer and more defined. Will definitely continue to see now if the fine lines start to diminish, which I'd say 1 month in is starting to reduce in depth. And another one says, I love this, it works. My husband noticed the fine lines around my eyes were reduced in the first week of use.
Your husband notices it must be working.
I know, right? I use it on my face, neck and the back of my hands. The age spots on the back of my hands have significantly lightened. I would highly recommend this product. You'll always hear me say this. I always get absolutely flabbergasted when people take the time to write positive reviews and they end it with, I would absolutely recommend this to family, to friends, because that is a big call. But if you are looking for results, this is the way to do it. So again, remember, no matter what your signs of aging are, RejuvaliteMD is proven to work. Kelly, I mean, I'd love to come back to you. Where would you be without your RejuvaliteMD?
I don't know, not nearly as confident. Not nearly, I'd be wearing a lot more makeup, put it that way.
And possibly a lot poorer by going to try and have those
Absolutely. And I forgot to mention before, I got a little age spot sort of popping up here, my first sort of age spot maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And actually since using this, I can see it physically break down. I took a photo of it the other day, so I'm actually going to go, I think this puppy's going to go just from regularly using this because it does say age spots.
Yes.
So I pay a little bit of attention. So I do 5 minutes all over. I do 5 minutes on that side of the face and then 5 minutes décolleté. And I can physically see it breaking down and fading. So I think I'm really excited. So that's another point.
And Claire, for yourself, how long did it take for you to see results from RejuvaliteMD?
I started to see within 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks people would start to comment.
Yes,
and
right.
I started to feel the texture was better, the texture was different, and I think that's the big thing because it's the only thing I've ever really used, this and the MD, that actually have affected the texture of my skin and actually made it look and behave like it was younger. And by about 6 weeks, people were commenting, and I think by about 8 or 9 weeks, my husband actually, we'll talk about husbands, my husband actually went, because I usually have to say, do I look nice? And he'll say, I'll tell you if you don't. But he actually turned, it's the truth, but he turned around and he went, oh, you look nice. And I was like, oh my God, something really has changed. And he was like, yeah, you look, what have you done? And I was like, and I didn't have makeup on or anything. So I thought, okay, this is a winner, this is working. And it really sort of, I thought, okay, I'm at the next level now.
Again, getting the science into your home. And it's not an instant result, but it's a cumulative result that gets better and better over time. And, just trust NASA. Trust the clinical studies. I mean, I don't know that it gets any more than that. But we wanted to get Zach back because we wanted to talk about red light. And I mean, red light, it actually does work.
Yeah, it actually works. And people and friends of mine, even in the makeup department, excuse me, are saying, oh, your skin's really good. What's going on? And I haven't tried anything else except for just doing a bit of red light, even just like 3 times a week, just like a few minutes. I just thought, hey, I'll just give it a try. And it's actually working. But the cool thing that it does to the skin, it's kind of like, we all know that food is medicine, right? Food helps us heal. But where does food come from? It comes from nature, which is from light. Without the sun, think of food as like condensed light. So we need to also have light on our skin as well as eating good, healthy food, as well as the lady was saying before. But it's all about the spectrum of light, right? So this is what I showed before earlier. This is the spectrum of light, and only 1% of what's is the visible spectrum. The red, all the way to the blue, all these other parts are light as well. But what's most healing is this red light. Right, this is what we're talking about today, and there's so many benefits of this. I don't know if we're going to play those graphics again, but it actually boosts the collagen and elastin. It breaks down, you can think about the lines and wrinkles right now. It's just, they are stuck. It's stuck, and the light comes into the skin and it helps these things called fibroblasts. They create fiber. They build the elastin. They build the collagen. Amazing. So the more red light we have, that naturally boosts and recharges the cells and the fibroblasts. And as you can see here, guys, is on this graphic, is light is the beacon for fibroblasts. So that's the fibroblast on the right, and the IR light, the infrared light. And the fibroblast is coming towards the IR light, actually eating it and kind of growing and producing a strong, healthier environment to produce that collagen and elastin, which is what we all want. And so here again, so it's grabbing one part of the IR light and then it's boosting over here. This is Alexander Wunsch's work as well. This is from a science study from Europe. But it's just so cool to see this science. When I saw this, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's
like
true,
the sun
isn't it?
comes through, blue light only goes so deep, right? But then you have the red light, it goes deeper and it's recharging, rejuvenating, repairing, managing the stress inside the cells, and then boosting all those good things.
Well, and
here with the red light, it turns on, it allows more energy, kind of like, I guess, like a hose. If we have a kinked hose, there's going to be no flow. This is unkinking the hose, allowing more circulation and more flow in from the water. And also think about it, our skin is, I think the easiest way to put it is kind of like a solar panel, right? And if you don't have any sun, the solar panel is not going to recharge itself and give you energy. But our skin is like a solar.
It's takes like a conduit, right?
It takes the light and boosts its energy, and when we have more energy, it replenishes all the damaged cells and stuff like that. So no light, no energy, you have quicker aging, more energy, more light, more energy, clearer, smoother looking skin.
I love that.
Simple.
I love that. But look, it's just so interesting, but the science is definitely there, the proof is there. Whilst we're talking about red light, remember also we've got the yellow light, which helps with circulation, the amber, which if you've got the redness in your skin. So for Sue, who was asking about her rosacea, that's as well. And then of course the infrared for the fine lines and wrinkles, that's the one that you can't see. But when they all work together, and Kel was talking about her age spots, here's another example on this before and after of the sunspots, of the pigmentation, and that after, that is absolute confidence right there. And as you said, the plumping, everything. Again, the example of this lady, that line, the fold from the nose down to the side of the cheek, that's called the nasolabial. You can see how that is plumped out. And then for me, the other part of that is, yes, around under the eyes, but in between her eyebrows. I call them the cranky lines because, you get them in everyone thinks that you're cranky and you're not. It's just, you're like me and you squint for the, the sun. But it's really, really remarkable. Miss Kel?
Yes.
Anybody who's still on the fence wondering, I don't know, would this work for me? Red light, it sounds a bit out there. What would you say to them?
It's been the most effective product that I've used since turning 40. It's what's given me the most results. This and the combination of the Mini MD.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
wow. Janine, what about yourself? What would you say to those ladies, gentlemen out there?
Well, you've got nothing to lose, really. All you've got is time to gain back for yourself. It's a little bit of a relaxation treatment for you, and just give it a go and try it for yourself. But
Yeah.
give it a real good go for the good 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's not an overnight.
Consistency.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
an overnight
Consistent,
thing.
yeah.
And Claire, what would you say?
Well, I would say that, as the girls say, you've got nothing to lose. But as Zach said, light is the most important thing if you're going to be changing your skin and taking it to the next level. But as he said, you need the sunlight, but the sunlight also has the damaging rays.
Yes.
And by using this, you are getting the light in a safe way without those damaging rays. So you're making the skin healthier, but you're not damaging yourself in any way. So you can't do better than that.
And that's the science, that is the proof that we've managed to bring to you here at Openshop. So congratulations to everybody here who has purchased from us here at Openshop. Remember to take that before shot, that very first shot. Do it against a white wall and then take it about 25 days later for you to see the difference. You will be blown away. I have no doubt about it, because you will be seeing a younger version, a more gorgeous looking version of yourself, and be ready for the compliments, ladies and gentlemen. What I would also say is, remembering when you look at the price, it is the price of maybe just 2 appointments, but you will have this in your home to use time and time and time again. The details one last time, 300532, $299, or use the 4 after payments that you can get at home, and of course enjoy the free delivery. Call us on 13 25 80, or if you are shopping with us for the very first time, remember that there is a 10% discount. To the beautiful team here, Claire, Janine, Kelly, Suzanne, and of course Zach, for joining us as well. Absolutely phenomenal to have you all here. Thank you for shopping with us. We will see you soon. Enjoy your skin. Bye-bye.